Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into Chapter 5, The Chamber of Solidarity. This is all about a profound inner journey, a real transformation. So think about this for a second. After a huge, chaotic battle, what's scarier? The storm or the sudden, deafening silence? That's exactly where we're picking up with the Initiate's journey. He's just survived this insane external fight against the spirit of revenge, but now the real challenge begins, and it's coming from inside. All right, so here we are in the Cave of Stillness. The Initiate has made it across the abyss. He steps off that trembling rope and walks straight into a completely new kind of terror. You know, all that chaos from the storm? He actually used that to sharpen his will. But now, it's gone, replaced by this suffocating stillness inside a cave. And this really gets to the heart of the shift, doesn't it? The threat has totally changed. He was fighting the howling spirit of revenge, this big external storm. Now, he's facing a suffocating stillness and internal silence. The battlefield has literally moved from the outside world into his own mind. And yeah, this is no ordinary case. We're in the Chamber of Black Glass. Its walls, they're not natural stone. They're made from the obsidian ruins of a shattered maleficracy, basically the remnants of some fallen evil power. The whole place is literally built from destruction. It's a pretty grim stage for what's about to happen. So after everything he's just been through, you can't blame the guy for wanting a break, right? He walks in here expecting something. A friend, a savior, some kind of reward for making it across. He's looking for that warmth he had to leave behind, some comfort after the storm. But yeah, that's not what this cave is about. There's no comfort here, no friendly faces. All it offers him is a reflection. And trust me, what he sees is not what he was hoping for. These dark obsidian walls, they're basically giant mirrors. But we're not talking about some normal mirror that might show you your fears or something. No, this black glass goes deeper. It reflects something way more primal. It reflects the devil's grimace. This is it. This is the moment he comes face to face with his shadow self. So, what is that? Well, it's all the chaotic, wild parts of ourselves that we're told to push down, to feel safe, to fit in. It's that raw potential for both incredible creation and destruction that society, the so-called last men, forces us to hide away. So he's staring into this polished black glass, and he sees his own face staring back, twisted into this grimace. It's him, but it's him without any of the masks he has to wear for the world, for the machinery of society. It's his raw, unfiltered self. And here's the big reveal, the real twist. The monster, it isn't some demon he has to slay. It's him. It's his own rough and imperfect face. It's the self you get when you strip away all the social conditioning. It's the wild wisdom that was inside him all along. So this shocking realization, it doesn't just happen quietly. It kicks off this intense psychological siege, a battle of words, a dialogue that's happening entirely inside his own head. This is what's called a Fichtean dialogue. Now that sounds complicated, but think of it like an internal tug of war. On one side, you've got the forces that try to tear you down and negate who you are. That's the not I. It's all your doubt, your fear, the voice that tells you you're not good enough. On the other side, that's the I, the part of you that's fighting back, trying to assert itself. And the first voice to speak is the not I. It comes whispering from those cold glass walls, and it uses his biggest fear against him, his solitude. It says, "You are alone. I show you the monster you are." There's no we here, only the horror of your singularity. It's trying to convince him that without others to define him, he's just a freak, a monster, destined to go mad. But the Initiate, he doesn't buy it. He's already been through too much, and his reply is incredible. He doesn't deny the monster. He owns it. He says, "I acknowledge the monster. It is mine. I am not alone. I am sovereign. My solitude is my solidarity." Wow. In that one moment, he completely flips the script. He turns his aloneness into power. So this moment is huge. It completely redefines what solidarity even means. It's not about huddling together in a crowd anymore. It's something way, way deeper. He stumbles upon this idea of a brotherhood of distance. And what is that? It's a realization that true fellowship, isn't about being physically together out of fear. It's a connection between sovereign individuals, people who have all dared to face the abyss alone, just like he did. It's a kinship of the strong. And that realization leads to a really fundamental question, one we should all probably ask ourselves. Where do you look for validation? Do you look up to others, or do you look within yourself? His answer to this? Well, it changes everything. This brings us to the central aphorism of the entire chapter, and it is a powerful one. You look up when you wish to be exalted, and I look down because I am exalted. Who among you can at the same time laugh and be exalted? This is a complete 180 in his thinking. He's done looking for approval from anyone or anything above him. Let's break that down. The last men, they look up because they're empty, right? They're seeking validation from outside. But the sovereign, they look down. And this isn't about pity. Pity just weighs you down. No, it's the gaze of someone who is already whole, someone who doesn't need a master or a god. They've conquered that neediness, that gravity, and now they can laugh with their freedom. Okay, so let's see how this all comes together. How does this new perspective lead to his final transformation there in the Chamber of Black Glass? It's simple, really. That monster in the mirror, it's no longer a source of horror. By accepting it, by integrating his shadow self, he transforms it into an incredible source of vitality and power. He doesn't kill the monster, he harnesses its energy. So the path to sovereignty is pretty clear, right? First, you have to confront your unmasked self. No more hiding. Then you acknowledge that inner monster, all the parts you've been told are bad. And finally, the most important step, you integrate that shadow, making yourself whole. You take what felt like an accusation and you turn it into a source of strength. And that's the ultimate lesson of the cave. To be sovereign means you can contain all the different parts of yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, without breaking. He's finally conquered that illusion of loneliness, and now he's ready for what's next, ready to head deeper into the cave, towards the anvil. And that leaves us with one last question to think about. This whole journey, it's not just a story, is it? It's a metaphor for something we all have to go through. So the real question isn't if you have a monster inside you. The real question is, what happens when you finally stop running and befriend it?